Today I'm going to jail, and I just want to get it over with and never have to worry about it again.
Today I'm going to jail. I just want to get it over with and never have to worry about it again. Hello, my beautiful little angel. I'm kidding, y'all ugly as fuck. I missed you all very much. Took some days off the internet because I burnt my face off. So I was using a hair curler and I burnt my face, and can you guess where I burnt it? I've covered it up with some makeup right now. Can anyone guess where the burn mark is? Because it's insane, it looks so good. I do want to make a video on how I covered up like a scar on my face. If someone guesses, I think I won't. That means, you know, it's really obvious. But I think I did such a good job. So Khloe Kardashian went off to jail. It's one of the most iconic moments in history.
TMZ is stationed at every gate with their cameras. This is kind of serious. We have 10 minutes.
Mom, suck my...
We could go to like IHOP. If we get really close and we have a whole bunch of time, do you want to have breakfast? Kim, would you stop taking pictures of yourself? Your sister's going to jail.
She went out to jail because she got drunk, like she was driving under the influence of alcohol. I took some screenshots to show you. Surprisingly used the same curling wand, but I'm kind of scared of this guy right now because I just burnt my face off with this. So I did curl my hair off camera, and then I took a screenshot of her face when her eyes were like closed. It has a very soft cut crease with like really shimmery eyelids. So I want to talk about how there was a time when I thought I was almost gonna go to jail. So I've talked about this before. There's one thing I'm so proud of, and I'm a cocky bitch when it comes to this, is the fact that I got my license for the very first time. It's very hard to get licensed here in Dubai. You at least end up paying I don't know, 8,000, like the minimum right now. It's very expensive. Back when I got my license, it ended off in like 5,000, and as you keep failing, you have to keep paying for the classes, and they're so expensive to a point where people just give up if you keep failing like the third or the fourth time. Nothing ever good happens to me, by the way. Like nothing ever good happens to me. I always fail classes, the worst student, failure, the loser. Like I'm not even saying this to be relatable. Like it's not cute to come on the internet and say that you suck, but I really do suck. I hate maths, I hate science, I hate just studying and education overall. So for the first time I got my license, I was like, oh wow, I'm amazing. Also, like in an Indian household, you write an exam, out of 100 you're only supposed to get 100 and 101 maybe, but you can be going below that. It's not allowed. Illegal. I used to get like 35, 50 sometimes if I'm lucky, if Jesus is feeling like, let's just give this poor bitch some marks, you know? And I used to always be the loser in my class. So let's jump back to the car story. So everything is happy in Anncy's Wonderland. My mom's happy. Everyone's happy for me. And then comes Satan. Okay, let me tell you, Sunday I got my license. The same week on a Wednesday, I got my car. How blessed, lucky, and thankful I am for my parents. They trusted me. They're like, this bitch knows how to drive. Here, I'm getting you a car. Like I even told my dad, I don't want a fucking Ferrari or a Lamborghini. Just give me a basic ass car. Like I just want 4 tires. The feeling to get into your first car, it's amazing. I had university I think the next week, so I was like, oh my god, I'm driving my car to this university. Like, oh fuck. I stay next to a police station. My house is here, the police station's here, and then my car gets into an accident. Getting into your first accident is like giving birth to your first child. It's fucking horrible. The feeling is, you can't just describe it. I just realized there could be some pregnancy babies watching this. I'm sorry, I love you, you're doing amazing. Pissing my pants when I got to my first accident. I was so confused. I'm like, what just happened? I get out of the car, and this was when I was I don't know, 18 I think. Yeah, so you know, I looked a little shorter, a little skinnier. So I'm gonna contour my face. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, and I'm gonna be using these 2 colors. I think they look good. But I basically rammed into a car. I came back and then I rammed him again. So I rammed into a car twice. I analed this guy twice. So I get out of the car like, oh my fucking god. I feel horrible. I get out of the car and I look at like my car and I look at him and I'm like, oh, I just banged one guy. That's fine. And then I look a little bit further and I see that this like he's a 4-wheeler. I think it was a 4-wheeler. So the 4-wheeler analed another guy, cab driver. Then the cab driver analed a truck. The truck analed everybody, and everyone just like analing everyone. And I'm just like, I'm going to jail. I am so going to jail because I wasn't really like well educated, I guess, with the whole accidents and what happens when you hit a car. In my head, I'm like, if I hit more than like 2 cars, I'm totally going to jail. My license revoked. My car is gonna be taken away from me. Everyone's looking at you in the street. It's one of the busiest streets out there, so it looked like a scene from Bird Box. Okay, everyone's just like hitting everyone. Someone's car goes off. Someone's like yelling, screaming, and I'm like, what the fuck did I just do? I analed 7 cars. So then I'm taking in this lighter concealer. what is going on? Is this retrograde fucking with me? Because my makeup isn't going according to my plan. Like there's a truck, there's a cab driver, there's a four-wheeler. They all step out of their cars and they come and they look at me and I'm like, standing in a line, and I'm standing like on the side with them. Everyone that came out of the car was like a guy. Old, big, huge, fat, scary looking guy. They all straight up looked like villains from a scary movie. They were all standing on this pavement and they all gave me the dirtiest looks. It was all like big, fat, scary men, big men. And then there's me, little tiny little girl standing like, hi. Everyone's looking at me like, of course she's a girl. Girls can drive. Girls are the ones who always get into accidents. That was the look that I was getting from like every single guy who drove past me, and felt amazing, I must say. Amazing. Like great. So then the cops came, obviously, and guys, Dubai cops. Scary as hell. Giving birth is scary, but I think what tops the list is Dubai cops. They are so scary, but they're really, really nice. The cops came and they didn't like fucking punch me in the face. I thought that's what's gonna happen. But they were so sweet. They came and they didn't even like talk to me, yell at me, none of that, because I thought that's what's gonna happen. These policemen, they were so nice to me. We went to the side of like beside the road and they were kind of investigating like the car, and they didn't even ask me like why I got into an accident. We were at a red signal and I put my handbrake down and then I pressed the accelerator, so my accelerator went up to all the way like 10, 20, 50, 60, 120, 260 or whatever, like the highest point. And then I let go of my handbrake, so my car just rammed into a guy's car, and then I still didn't understand what was going on, so I did it the second time again. And okay, so I'm moving on to eyeshadow. This color from the Juvia's eyeshadow palette, it's called Yodit. I'm just gonna put it all over my crease. By the way, the accident costed me 10,000. It was 10,000 dirhams. I'm assuming, I think it's like $2,500, because I rammed my car in front. Like the front of my car was like busted, my plate number was gone. And here's the craziest part. The cop comes to me and he tells me, your bonnet is fucked up. And I'm like, excuse me sir, with all due respect, bonnet, what's a bonnet? He's like, your bonnet, like the bonnet of your car, is fucked up, so here's your slip, you can repair it at like the repairing shop. And I'm like, bonnet. This guy just came up to me and told me bonnet. Like, does anyone know what bonnet is? Because I had no idea what a bonnet is. And then I went up to my car and then I'm like, oh, the front part of my car like got busted. I call it as the front part, but the front part of your car is apparently called as bonnet. You're kidding me. It's called bonnet. Please educate me on this. Like, you know, car parts, they have such cool names like windshield motion wiper 394.1, turbo booster 798, flamethrower 703. But the front part of the car, everyone, it's called bonnet. Are you ashamed, males? And that was it, ladies. The cops came and they gave me a slip of paper like to just talk about like the fine, the payments I have to pay. But I was still happy that I didn't run over someone, or like I wasn't like driving and texting. I was just such a new driver that I just pressed the accelerator instead of pressing the brake, so I just like rammed into my car. So since then I drive with no shoes because I kind of have to feel the pedal. So I don't drive with my shoes because I feel like females, like our shoes are so like different shapes. There's heels, wedges, stilettos and flats. It's just really hard, so I just like don't drive with my shoes anymore. Also, just recently I was driving and I ran like I ran over something. It was kind of scary because my car was like do, and I'm like, oh my god, like did I run over something? So I had no idea what was going on, and I was just like driving, and you're supposed to be only driving at a 40 speed, and I was going at 80 because I was thinking in my head like, what the hell is this? Like, what's going on? What did I just run my car over? So I stopped paying attention to the speed, the speeding thing. Then I realized like I'm speeding up, so I just put a really harsh brake. I was so mad because I went back home and I'm like, did I get a fine? I don't know if I got a fine. If you've never visited Dubai, it's honestly every single road is like monitored. They flash you if you speed, and every single move of yours is being recorded, to say the least. And the worst thing is that my car is actually registered in my dad's name, so every time I get a fine in my car, my dad gets a text message and then he calls me and then he beats my ass, and then I have to make videos. So all you suckers watch those terrible TikTok ads, so I make money off those ads, and then I have to pay my dad back, so my dad pays the cops back. So you realize the problem in this? All of this would just not happen. So what should we do? A, if you're calculating, I don't know, drive safely, or B, watch more TikTok ads. I think I should just go with TikTok ads. And like, you know, Indian moms, they only call you for two things. Either it's like you're past your curfew time, or they ask you what do you want to eat. And Indian dads really don't do any calling, but if they do, My dad only calls for two things: if I ran over someone, if I got into an accident. If my dad calls me, it's never like, hi sweetie, are you okay? Are you taking drugs? Are you pregnant? It's always like, you ran over Sophia from 6th grade who was a crack addict. So it's pretty scary when your car is registered under your dad's name. Don't ever do that mistake. But I'm gonna be taking the shade Zaz. And you don't want to be very strict with your cut crease. It just has to be very soft, because I think back in the day, I don't know when that released, by the way, 1995, 2002, I don't know. I was probably wearing Pampers when that came out. So I believe the cut crease trend was still not there. So it was just like a very soft cut crease. I'm talking like someone's actually going out with this makeup look. So I'm taking this Becca Jaclyn Hill palette, and I think I'm gonna go with this shade, and I'm just gonna apply it all over my lids. There was also another time, I think yesterday, I was taking my car out from this parking lot, and if you didn't know the city, oh my god, it's like 12 months of summer and there's just 1 week of winter. But for the first time, it's really cold all over, and I don't know why. It's like March, April almost, and it's so cold. And there are these cats and birds under my car trying to protect themselves, and sometimes you gotta like tap your car so they walk away or they like run away. And yesterday there was a whole animal kingdom under my car, may I add. I'm just like waiting for these bitches. So I'm wearing some falsies. Her falsies are so natural. That was my only and the biggest accident of my life, and I haven't crashed into anyone since then. I think it's been 3 years now, and I'm a very good driver. She also does have a lot of blush going on, so we're gonna do the same. I think it's called Rosé. Maybe this. Okay, let's go crazy. Oh, I forgot to tell you one more story. Oh my god, I was so tired, and I was driving back home, and I was really tired, and we're driving at like a 5 km/h, very slow. You know, you're pausing, you're driving, you're braking, you're driving, and I was just like driving like this, like my eyes were literally shutting because I was so sleepy that day. And then I see a cop. He's crossing the road, and my car is moving. He's crossing the road, my car is moving. He's crossing the road, my car is moving at the same time. Did I forget to say that the guy was a cop? The guy was a cop. And then he stops, and then he looks at me. I'm still going. By the way, if you're wondering, I'm still driving. And then I opened my eyes like, oh shit. And he looks at me, and he stands there silently looking at me, and he doesn't move out of the way. My car is here, he's here. My car is here, he's here. My car is here, and he's here. Can you feel the tension? And I'm just still going with the blush because she has a lot of blush. She looks crazy. Jeffree Star Cosmetics King Tut, what is it called? King Tut Skin Frost. So using an eyeshadow brush, and I'm only going to be applying it here because it doesn't have a lot of highlighter, just on her cheeks. And I'm using the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil. And then I'm using ColourPop Echo Park. It's this ugly pink color that I hate on my complexion. Oh my god, so Khloe, oh, how does she look so good in it? Guys, I look so bad. Oh my god, I look like a hooker. Now I'm gonna go in with Praline from Buttergloss and from NYX Cosmetics. Oh my god, I look crazy, but I swear this is how Khloe looks in the picture. So this is the finished look. Don't ever do this. I feel like there's just like 5 people watching this like left, you know. Thank you so much for watching my munch muffin cupcake, little strawberry blueberry muffin cupcake. I don't know what cupcake that is. That's gonna taste like ass, but thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video.